Damian Lillard 37-foot dagger last year at Portland, and in Indiana the 2 years before that. George on the lob. They set up the first play for him, and Kawhi delivers it on the money.
I think they aren't trying to keep his shooting percentage up with an alley-oop easy play. That's not a play usually called for George out of halftime, but look at the Clippers trying to keep him going.
42 points combined between Kawhi Leonard and Paul George of the 78 on the board. There's a block inside. Zubac, a presence in the middle. Landry Shamet will find George. This feels like George is trying to put together a monster game right now, and all arrows pointing toward PG-13. He's got a quick 5 out of this second half now. As this feels so much like last night. I'm very curious to hear your opinion on something that Charles Barkley said at the half, saying that the Clippers saw what the Lakers did last night to the Blazers, and I'm wondering if it in fact does have any influence.
100%. It has to do with teams, and it also has to do with individual players. The best players, whether it's Kawhi, Steph, Westbrook, they watch what others are doing and they come out and top it that night. I know that I did, KG, Tim Duncan, others did, and that's the fraternity, the respect, and the game that you in the competition you must bring. You want to be one of the best, you got to prove it every night. And now that everybody's saying, oh, this is the Lakers team that we thought, yeah, that hurts the Clippers' ego a little bit.
Luka Doncic hits a 3. We're going to have that one tomorrow. Dame Lillard's out. Clippers trying to push it down the corner. That is Shamet for 3. Landry Shamet hits that corner 3. Those corners are so much more open with Shamet and Marcus Morris. With the addition of Morris to this Clipper team. Shamet now with 11 points. Here's Hardaway, answers with a 3 of his own. I beg your pardon, Finney-Smith. And there's a whistle. Docking the start once again in the absence of Patrick Beverley. Remember, Doc Rivers went with Reggie Jackson in game 2 of this series, and then answered with Landry Shamet. Last couple of games here has been a nice ad for them. Paul George stacking up big numbers, and he fires up over Hardaway, can't get it to go. It's Finney-Smith with a rebound. Here comes Doncic and the Mavericks, and Doncic gets it in deep, scores on Morris.
Good to see Doncic get one going. I was talking to Coach PJ Carlissimo during halftime, and we both were contemplating how much longer do you go with Doncic? Do you save him from himself and let him play the next game, or do you let him try to push the envelope all the way to the fourth quarter and hope that he doesn't re-injure the ankle?
We were reminiscing about the only other occasion the Mavericks had a buzzer-beating shot to win a playoff game. PJ Carlissimo, who's behind us working for ESPN Radio, was on the bench with the San Antonio Spurs. That was Vince Carter. Until Doncic pulled the trick on Sunday, that had been the only one, the only walk-off in a playoff game for the Mavericks, as Marcus Morris hits a 3.
Hold on, BA, let me get this right. So you pulled out a dagger of a highlight and then showed it to Coach.
Showed it to PJ.
That's nice.
That's the only reason I pulled out the highlight.
Oh, man, you're a good
just
friend.
to show it to PJ. I knew he'd be side. I mean, we're up here on an island up here. It's nice to have somebody to talk to besides each other.
That's true.
There's another crew here. And all those crews that are back in their home cities, the local crews, TV and radio, and go through the whole season, put in the work, and not able to be here to experience the bubble. And thinking about those guys too. They're doing a great job covering these games.
Definitely.
Off the monitors, and it's frustrating for them not to be able to follow their hometown. Chance for Stephen Silas to get some coaching experience running the show in a playoff game, as Rick Carlisle is out. Here's Lou Williams on the take and scores the runner. Kane Fitzgerald was the official when Kristaps Porzingis picked up his 2 technical fouls and was ejected. That was game 1 of this series, a Clipper win. That was a big turning point in game 1. Dallas did answer in game 2. There's Zubac. Nice feed and the finish with two hands from Ivica. Today he said, you know, there's a lot of guys that might not have played on that ankle, but he can affect the game in so many different ways. You can tell he's not 100% here tonight, not even close to that. Nice take to the basket, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Well, a big story for Dallas.
And by the way, Shaq, EJ, Underdog, Chuck, y'all are wrong for that picture of Kenny, man, with the tight jeans. Y'all are just the skinny jeans. You're wrong, man.
Kenny's he's the target tonight, man. He's wearing it in that studio. As Kawhi Leonard hits a three. You know, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Kenny's definitely the bug tonight. More with those guys after the game. The Emmy award winning. They got more Emmys than there is space on the shelf. The greatest. Here's DeLon Wright. Cashes in a three-pointer. First made three for DeLon Wright. Getting some extra run here in game 5. And all Clippers in this one. Lou Williams, man, just automatic. It was just a thrill to watch this guy go in game 4. 36 points, which matches a playoff high for him in game 4. And he did that in just 34 minutes. Bullet pass. Right, the catch and the finish. Nice setup by Luka Doncic.
Turnovers have been the story for Dallas. 11 turnovers tonight, and they've given their opponents 22 points.
Here goes Jackson, and high off the window and looking for a foul. Jackson's been excellent from behind the arc. Shot clock is off. Mavericks chance at the last shot if they want it. Boban, and Kawhi just takes it away. The claw rips that one out of the hands of Boban. Clippers a chance to score the final bucket, and that'll be Dallas ball. I mean, Kawhi Leonard just palming that ball out of the hands of Boban Marjanovic. And another Dallas turnover. They've had 12 turnovers tonight, the Mavericks. Final 3 seconds of the third quarter. Doncic will cue it up. And that'll take us to the end of the third. Kawhi Leonard goes for 10 in the quarter. George having a big